Everybody knows about Red 40. That's literally in everything. It's
Really?
wild. Like things that you wouldn't think it's in. It's
Stuff that's not even necessary to have it, right?
right, and stuff that's not necessarily like red.
Right.
I've
Like mac and
read, or
cheese?
I never checked that one, but
Okay.
because I buy one that doesn't have those kind of products usually in
Okay.
it. The Doritos, the nacho
Oh my
cheese ones,
God. Yeah.
those everybody loves those, and those have red dye in them. Take a look at just
Those
in your
taste different.
pantry, and you'd be amazed to see the things that have red dye 40 in them. It's like, why is that even necessary? It's good morning, good afternoon, good evening from your favorite brother sister duo, sharing relatable life experiences, some tips and tricks, and a whole lot of stories.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Two Voices, One Life podcast.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Hello, hello.
Lisa decided to bring some notes here because she's all professional. But today's episode is going to
Yeah,
be organic
ask her
foods,
some.
dyes, and our food dirty dozen. So Lisa's she's very educated on this stuff like this. She's been following and doing stuff like this for many years. So she's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of information. So take it on, sister.
Yeah, there's just so much to know about like organic and not organic and different food dyes. Is it really gonna, hurt us in the end? And vegetables, should you get them organic? Should you not? Like there's just and proteins and antibiotics and meats and stuff. There's so many different things that people have no idea. And a lot of times they'll just stick a label on food that says organic, but it's not even. Like you have to really read the labels, unfortunately. So just because things are said that it's organic doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best for you. It just means it has less pesticides. It's pesticide free. So there's going to be more natural pesticides. There's still going to be pesticides sprayed on the fruits and vegetables, but it's a natural one instead. So you're not getting the harsh chemicals when you're eating these fruits or vegetables. Because if you have one, like I don't use any pesticides on my fruits and vegetables that I do.
Yeah, neither do I.
So, but I do notice that the bugs and all that stuff eat it quicker. So
Right.
there's that downfall. But so yeah, I mean, is it echoing on your end? Sorry.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so sorry. I had a moment. But yeah, so I mean, the organic just basically means that it's going to be pesticide free and modified with GMOs, so genetically modified organisms. But yeah, just because it says organic produce, it doesn't mean that it's the most healthiest thing ever. It just means that it's pesticide free and dye free in a lot of foods. So the food dyes,
So is that where read the fine print comes in?
definitely. Because, like I was saying, a lot of products, or like even not just fruits and vegetables, but products like crackers or any of that, any kind of things will say organic, but okay, those are not, it might not necessarily mean that it's actually good for you. It might still have
Right.
dyes in it, or you have to really read fine print and read the nutrition labels to see what's actually in there. So unfortunately, you can't just see things that says, "Oh, it's organic, so it's going to be great for me." There's
Right.
no
Right.
non-GMOs like, "Oh, okay, I'll get that." It's not necessarily that, which
Didn't you
is tricky.
didn't you have an app that you can scan like the product and they'll tell you like if it's good or if there's a better option?
Yeah, it's called Yuka, Yuka,
Uh huh.
and um, you can scan pretty much any food. The there's some still things that are not registered on it. I mean, there's no like alcohol or,
Mm-hmm.
but it even does like lotions and shampoos and stuff
Mm.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So you just scan your products and it will break it down. I mean, it will give it like a scale from 1 to 100. One being terrible and 100 being, good. And then it was funny because I was like, well, let's just see what this is. It was those little Debbie Christmas trees,
Right.
and it was a zero. So, but the but it breaks it down. This app doesn't show if it's organic or not. It just
Okay.
tells you the kind of dyes, if there's the chemicals that are in there to keep that preservatives in there basically. And the more the preservatives, the worse it's going to be for us, because then it has a longer shelf life. So then like that product could have, and yeah, let's just use little Debbie snacks for example.
Right.
Like,
Right.
they're great, sure, we all love them. I'm not hating on little Debbie, so if you like them, that's fine. But there is enough preservatives in there to be on the grocery shelf for quite some time, months even. And then even if you buy it, then you still have maybe another year before it's,
Right.
expired. So those have a lot more preservatives to keep them fresh, supposedly. So, but that app will tell you, it breaks it down by a bunch of different things. I'll have to share a screenshot of some different products,
Okay.
but it will break it down between food dyes, the amount of sugar, the amount of fats, and just any additives that's in it. So whether
Okay.
it's color related
Right.
or chemicals, and then sometimes you could even go on there and it will say can cause cancers and this and this and this, certain chemicals that are added, preservatives, the additives that are in there. So it's a fun app to, try look at different foods, but it's also kind of scary because it's like, oh, I really like that, but this actually has 17 additives. That's probably not a good thing for me to be eating.
True.
I
True.
mean, we only live once, so if you want to eat whatever, then that's your choice. But I just try to look for it as a little bit healthier choices to help me. But sometimes it's deceiving because it will say it's a bad choice. So it might say, I think it's like in the 60s or something. It will say 60 something out of
Mm-hmm.
100. And it will say it's bad. But I'm more using that app to look for the additives than like the
Then if it's
sodiums and and sugars, because it
right.
might say it's bad because there's a lot more, because it has sodium in it or it
Right.
has some sugars in it. But I'm using that app more for the additives in there and the dyes
Right.
to
Right.
see how much I can kind of gauge if it's okay or I should probably put it back on the shelf.
Right. No, I think that's wise because me personally, I'm not saying everybody would feel the same way, but me personally, I would have more sodium and more sugar than have dyes in my food. You know,
Yeah.
if manufacturers would just get rid of the dyes like they do in other countries, I mean, a lot of our products that we have on our shelves would be a lot better for us. I feel. You
Yeah.
know, just get rid of the dyes and just really, I guess what I'm saying is get rid of the unnecessary items in the food.
Right. No, and I totally agree. But then it goes to the companies that make all these products that it's then they have to change their whole like recipes for these
Right.
products because they've been doing it for years and years. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, all of the cereal boxes that you could ever think of, between like Captain Crunch to Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, like
Right.
even those, like they have been making those since like, I don't know, 1950s, I don't know, 60s or
Right. No,
something.
probably. Yeah,
So
probably
those
70s
recipes
now.
are probably pretty much the same since then. So then they have to have
Mm,
their, I mean, some of them might be a little bit different, but they're using, well, yeah, no, it's a little different because they're going to use different products to use, what is am I trying to say? So they're going to use,
spit
they
it
want
out.
to use less, they want to produce more with the
Right.
minimal.
Right.
So
No, that makes sense.
so they will still, so they'll probably, the recipes or whatever have change for those products, but not change for the better, let's
Right.
just say.
No,
So
I got
instead
you.
of they're adding more like starchy stuff instead
Hmm.
of like actual grains
Right.
to make more mass production. The quicker, the faster, the more about the money. As long as we can get those cereal boxes out as fast as you can, so that's why I think it's a lot harder for these companies to try and commit to changing their products and actually using better products for us. Plus, then the shelf life is going to be lower
Hmm.
also. So then are they going to take a loss in products when they're not selling them as fast? Because then now the prices are going to be higher.
Right.
So
Right.
there's a lot that like plays into why these companies haven't jumped and taken like the healthier route,
Right.
because there is like healthier, sorry, just smacked the
Yeah.
microphone. I got
No, that
excited, I started talking with my hands, so
no, you're good.
um
But see, like a lot of the manufacturers too. So I remember, like, even when I was like young little boy, early teenager, right? The food
mhm.
then to the food now tastes, from what I remember, tastes totally different. I really don't think that they started putting a lot. It seems like they've been putting a lot more additive stuff in our food within probably, I don't say 25, 30 years than maybe 35 years than they did like back in the early 90s and earlier than that. I think the food back like even in the 50s and 60s were more natural, way
They
actually
did
way
have
more
more
natural.
sugar, like actual sugar and stuff then,
Yeah,
yeah.
like real stuff. So
Yeah,
I
because I
don't.
mean, the more that people, like the scientists and food scientists, find
Right.
out about these things, they said, oh, well, yeah, we can make more for less. So let's do it. Because, yeah, to your point, I
That, and they
don't
get you
know.
hooked on it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because, like you said, the food tastes differently. Because, like, I used to love those cosmic brownies, the Little Debbie ones, and those nutty bars from the Little Debbie. Like, oh, I loved those. But, like, I had one, maybe like 2 years ago, and it was not the same at all.
Yeah.
The Little Deb or the brownie thing tasted like, to me, I never had chemicals, but it tastes like if it was like, it was
Right.
not, the texture was different. So I don't know if it's just that I remember it differently or if it's actually produced differently,
I
which it
100%
could be
agree
that.
with you on that, because even like the chocolates, like the Hershey's and all these other brands, that I've noticed,
Hmm.
they don't taste the same. So that's really what forced us to start buying the dark chocolates from like Aldi's, where it was like,
Yeah.
way better. Yeah, and they're so good, anyways. And dark chocolate's way
Hmm.
better for you, anyways, too. So,
Correct.
but yeah, I mean, this is a definitely like a big rabbit hole topic,
Oh, for sure.
because you can like literally go in and look, it's like, okay, what canned good of tomato based soup should I buy? And you just look up that one product, and you're going to go seriously into a really deep rabbit hole. So
Yup.
this is a hard topic for us to just stay on
On one in one
focus.
lane. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you can just get into so many different things. So please stand with us and just listen
Follow the
to us.
bouncing ball. It's all
Yeah,
related. It's
it's
it's just
yeah, and we do encourage you to go do some of your own research, and you'll start
yeah.
seeing some of this stuff. So
It's very eye-opening and
it
kind of
is.
alarming to see the products. Like, it is
Well,
insane.
think about this. How many years ago, let's just say probably 15, 10, 15 years ago, or maybe not even that long, did you tell me like, oh, Oscar, you need to eat this, more organically, more not with all this chemicals and stuff in it? And I'm like, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. They're not gonna,
Oh
and
yeah,
my
all the
mentality,
time.
right? My mentality was, I'm like, our government's not gonna let people put food in or put stuff in our food that's gonna hurt us. But then you start thinking about it and you start seeing all these cancers and all these sicknesses, diabetes and livers and all this stuff. I'm like, it doesn't just happen just out of
Yeah.
the blue moon. And you start looking into this rabbit hole and you're like, oh
Hmm.
my God,
Maybe
this
that's true. Yeah.
yeah. So I've been really fortunate to have people in my family like Lisa and our dad that's like really health conscious in what we do. Even our
Yeah.
two aunts are pretty,
Hmm.
pretty good into that stuff. Actually, really good into it, like Lisa is.
I say, yeah.
Um,
I learned about the Dirty Dozen from Auntie Sarah. So yeah,
yeah, exactly.
like
So
they know a lot too. So it's
yeah, she's
helpful
really
that
good.
everybody has a little bit of knowledge here and there, and we can
Yeah,
all just put it together and
exactly. But yeah, it's
for
definitely,
sure.
you start thinking about it and, just do your own research. I guess what I can say. And
Well, yeah, totally. If
if you
that's
can, and you have the room, I and my sister probably both. I'm sure for sure. Recommend you growing as many vegetables as you can in your own home.
yeah,
Just
totally.
yeah. So I'm gonna get off that one, and we're gonna go back into it. Organic does not automatically mean what, Lisa?
Well, yeah, it doesn't automatically mean it's like the best and more nutritious. It just means that like it's pesticide free. Um, but they can, like I said earlier, it's still using a natural pesticide. So, there's still a chance of getting, a little bit, it's chemical free, but there's still a pesticide sprayed on the
Right.
fruits and vegetables. Um, and it's a dye free. So, high processed foods, they usually have to go through organic dyes instead. So so we can go into like the food dyes. So everybody knows about red 40. That's literally in everything. It's
Really,
wild. Like things that you wouldn't think it's
like
in.
you would like
Um,
stuff that's not even necessary to have it, right?
right, and stuff that's not necessarily like red. Also,
Right.
I've
Oh wow. Okay.
noticed that it's still in. Um,
Like mac and
red
cheese.
or actually, I never checked that one, but
Okay.
because I buy one that doesn't have those kind of products usually in
Okay.
it. So, but no, like well, the Doritos, the nacho
Oh my
cheese ones,
god. Yeah.
those everybody loves those, and those have red dye in them.
Oh
But
man.
it take a look at just
Those
in your
taste different.
pantry, just look at your ingredients and you'd be amazed to see the things that have red dye 40 in them. Like it's like why is that even necessary? It's wild for real. But so that's a big one. That's in a lot of foods and more processed foods, not necessarily like organic, like fruits and vegetables. Obviously, that's not in that. But any processed foods like candies, cereal, sports drinks, any kind of snack food, really. Then in another dye is yellow 5 and 6. That's in a lot of things as well, and blue 1. So those are the main food dyes that are in lots of our food, unfortunately. Those supposedly, well, I don't know if I can. We have gum, extra
Mm-hmm.
gum. Is there dyes in that?
Uh, so I gotta focus on there.
I
So I
say I
was just
can't
looking at
tell.
this while you were talking about it. This has got blue dye in it. It's chewing gum.
See,
Why do you need to have a dye in chewing gum? It's literally something you're gonna see for like 3 seconds.
oh, you don't even see it. You put it in your mouth. So exactly, and it's like a lot
This
of
is what we're driving at.
unnecessary things that are the colors that it's not needed. I in the colors for like kids foods, obviously that's a big hit because they think, oh, this is this color, like, oh, that's so cool, like fruit snacks and the
Right.
punch, like the Gatorades, the juices, all of that stuff are all colored cereals because they want to draw that audience in, which is the kids. And I mean,
Right.
some adults, because some adults are big children as well, and that's fine. But that those dyes are crazy and everything. So, but yeah, I try to stay away from the dyes. I have done research to put, I mean, there is some links that it does cause other things for children later in life or just, health issues in general. So I I'm not 100% dye free because I'm not going to say that because I do
It would
indulge
hard be.
in random
It would be.
things, but
Yeah. It would be too hard to be 100%. I mean,
but
just look at the products.
right. But when I am giving Jackson foods, I do try to get mostly dye free things. So like all his like fruit snack things are all dye free. So
Right.
because
And
I
just for
try.
anybody who doesn't know, Jackson is my little tater tot, which is Lisa's son. Just if we got new listeners, just so y'all know,
Oh yes, yes, my little
it's my
I don't
little
even
tater
know,
tot.
little silly
But
boy.
but yeah, I mean, and he's what, 5
5. Mm-hmm.
or so? He's 5 years old, and Lisa's starting him on this right now, which is really good because I mean, this is what I feel, that you start them off young and you teach them young
Mm-hmm.
to look into some of that stuff, and you're making them have live a healthier life. So not
Right.
to
Whether he's
have a
aware
lot.
of it or not.
Exactly. So good applause to you on doing that and
I
being a
thank
good
you.
mother.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, but
I
it's
mean,
really
yeah, I'm
hard.
not going to say that yeah, I don't let him have any red dye 40 products or
Right.
any dyed food. I'm not going to be that kind of mom because I'm not going to let him go to friends' birthday parties and be like, oh, nope, sorry, that cupcake has red frosting. You can't
Right.
eat that. Like,
Right.
that's always the one that he goes for. Like, if they let him choose, it's either
Right.
one that has red frosting or blue frosting. But most of the time it's red. So,
Just
yeah,
like his deal.
I'm not gonna be like, oh no, we don't eat that, and then have him be left out. Like,
Right.
there's
No, he's
plenty of
got to live a life.
other things that um, other boxes that I check for health related foods that here and there, whatever. Like he can have those kind of things. We
For
have
sure.
Doritos in our house. Sure, you can have a couple here and there, but
Right.
there's lots of alternatives that taste the same. Actually, there's thinking about the Doritos. Aldi has a brand, their own brand of a I don't know what it's called, but it's basically a Dorito, and I actually prefer that one. They have a Cool Ranch one, and that one
Oh,
tastes
really?
better than the actual Dorito brand to me.
All right.
It's an Aldi brand, but Aldi, hats down to them. They have so much dye-free products. It's great, and it's cost efficient because their prices are pretty good too.
Right.
So there they have lots of snacks, whether it's chips and fruit snacks and
Mm-hmm.
bar like granola bars and stuff like that. A lot of it is dye free. So like a lot of these fruit strips and stuff that I get for Jackson is all natural products and it's all dye free. Fruit snacks are dye free from there. So they even have some like ice creams that are dye free.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
um
They do
yeah,
have a
they
lot of
I
products. Even their
they
meats got like, let's say all of it, but some of their meats, let's say most of them, are zero antibiotic and what's the other one? Protein injections and all that crazy stuff. So
The hormones,
the
yeah.
hormones is what I was looking. Yeah, that's it. So that's really neat. No, and see, back in the day when I was young, like a little bit older than Jackson, not much older. It's like, oh, you shop at Aldi's, you're poor, you shop at Aldi's,
Oh,
people,
yeah.
right? And now it's like Oh, where are you going? Oh, we're going to Aldi to go get this. You know, like Aldi and Trader Joe's, which I don't care for Trader Joe's. That's just me personally, but whatever. That's like the place to go to now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're the place. So,
Oh,
but yeah,
yes, and
they
they
got
are,
a lot
yeah,
of good
they're great.
stuff. They got a lot
They
of good
have all
stuff.
time, yeah, lots of random snacks, and like you said, the chocolates, the dark chocolates are really
Mm-hmm.
good from
Their
there.
beer's good.
I've never had that, but yeah, they have good. They have great sourdough bread, actually.
Really, I have to
Yes,
try
it's
it out because I
actually
don't. I'm not a sourdough bread kind of guy.
really, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, theirs is really good. Theirs is one of my favorite. Theirs and Trader Joe's are my favorites, but
Mm,
I love both of those stores, so maybe I'm biased. But
maybe.
those are my top two bread places. But anyway, so yeah,
Um,
I mean, go ahead.
that so you were just talking about the dyes they put in our foods, right?
Yeah.
So that's if you can and you're that type of person that's able to obviously grow, like I was saying, you know, grow your own garden. And if you can, you know, have your own,
Mm-hmm.
raise your own meats, like I say what they are. If you can, great. You know, I applaud you. I wish we could do that. Um, and bake your own breads, you know, kind of do it that way. Um, but for the majority of the people that probably are listening to, that's really hard to do everything like that. You know, to go
Oh,
back into
totally.
you're going back into the Amish days. You know, is the way I consider it. But it's just
Yeah, I
hard,
mean, it's hard. The prices are hard. Prices in general of cost of
right?
everyday living is hard now. Plus, then, there's less time. I mean, if you're working a 9 to 5 job and then you have kids, or even if you don't, by the time you get home,
Yeah,
you don't want to make this whole
go
big
out.
meal and do all that. So I get it. It's not easiest, but that's when
Right.
a few episodes back we talked about meal prepping, and that's super
Mm-hmm.
helpful when you are low on time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, and there's a lot of things that you don't necessarily have to buy organic, but certain products that would be good if your budget allows it. Like there's
Right.
certain things that are higher on the priority list that's better to get as organic. Um,
Like
but there's so a lot of the dyes there. So the organic products, they are using different things, obviously, to still make
mm-hmm.
colors, which is cool because, like I said, for children like Jackson, who would wants to eat a fruit snack that's like clear? Nobody. So, we still want to have the products that have color in them. So there's an alternative dyes that they use, but they're healthy ones. So, like anything that's going to be purplish or red colors, they use beet juice. And you would think, oh, that's gross. It's going to make it taste like beets. No, absolutely not. It doesn't. Like
Can you
it
put that in cupcakes?
to make it
I'm
purple.
just asking, you know.
I mean, I haven't tried, so I don't know. But I
Imagine you
mean,
probably could.
I assume you could. I know you probably could put it to dye like frosting,
Right.
probably instead of like
See,
yeah, you
there's a
probably could do it for frosting. I haven't even looked into that, but
I mean there's
I don't
always a
I don't
positive to
bake a
everything.
whole bunch so of cakes and all that, but you probably could dye your food with, yeah, a little bit of beet juice. Might
That's
have to try
interesting.
that next time I have
Yeah.
a beet. But
Yeah, I
so
guess
yeah,
I won't be
that's
trying that 'cause I don't have beets.
yeah, shocking. Shocker.
I don't like them. I
I
don't
don't
care
like
for them.
them either, but the juice is
I'll
I'll
do the
do it in
product
my
juice.
juicer.
I don't like the way they feel in my mouth. The
Yeah, it's
beets.
like a potato. I don't know. Like it's like a uncooked potato is the what I can
Right.
describe the
Yeah.
beets tasting like.
What if you could boil
But
them and make
like,
like
well,
mashed
you
potatoes?
too. You should have beets because you have iron issues too, just like me.
Yep.
But so that's why I drink the juice. I do the juice because I can't eat it. I've tried.
Right.
It's does just can't. But the beet juice is actually a little sweet, which you wouldn't think it would be.
Hmm.
But I make that in my juicer, and it's yeah, it's really good for your blood. So you might want to try that one.
There's a Mexican juice called Jamaica,
Hmm.
and they have like a coconut one and a watermelon one, and they have like a tropical juice one, and they have like a fruit vegetable one, and it's got beets in it, and it's actually pretty good. So in the
Oh, okay.
summertime, I usually get that one, and stick it in my
Hmm.
cooler, and yeah, I usually have that one. So that and the coconut water, oof, man, I'll tear those up.
Yeah, coconut
Oh,
water is good. Coconut water is
yeah.
real good.
So what you can do is get
Refreshing.
the coconut water, you put it in a baggie, right?
Hmm.
Put the coconut juice in the baggie, and then tie
Okay.
like a little knot and stick them in the
Hmm.
freezer,
Okay.
right? And then, so like the next day or whenever, if you're outside working, you just grab the bag that's frozen with coconut, you tear the end of it, and you just suck on it like it's a sucker or
Like a
whatever.
like a popsicle kind of thing, like a
Like a
slushy.
paleta. Yeah, it works. And I've done that for work. I'm like, man, that's the way to
Well,
do it.
yeah, that's refreshing. Yeah, especially if it's
Yeah.
hot out.
Yeah,
Well,
the
that's a good
Hispanic
idea.
guys on job sites. I'm like, what are they doing? Where do they get those? And I asked one of the guy. He goes, "Oh, you want one?" I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "How much?" He goes, $5. I'm like, "Get the heck out of here! I'll go buy the cocaine for that." But yeah, I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry, but that's another
But
way to do
no,
it too.
no, that's no, yeah, that's a good idea.
Be your beet juice and something like that. Whatever
But yeah, so
works.
the beets is used for to dye lots of different things, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
cereals or fruit snacks. Like there's all kinds of different
Right.
things that it's used for the red. Turmeric is also one that they use to dye yellow products. Spirulina is a blue green, and that one is actually really good for you. The spirulina.
Spirulina. What is that? Is that like a vegetable or what?
Um, it's like it's not exactly like an algae, but it's like a seaweed kind of.
Really?
Yeah, I should have read more about it, but yeah, it's very healthy for you. I know it's like in my green powders, like that I drink.
Uh huh.
But yeah, it's very healthy for you.
I'm looking it up.
It's yeah, it's not an algae, but it's like a leafy, seaweedy green thing.
So here's what I got. It's a nutrient dense blue green algae harvested as a superfood for high plant based proteins, 50 to 70% by weight, vitamins, and minerals. There you go.
Okay, so it was an algae. I was right
Hmm.
then when I first said
I
that.
had to look it up because I'm like, what does this stuff look like? So,
But yeah, so that's in a lot of things, and especially if you drink a lot of the green, like the powdered drinks,
mhm.
Bloom and AGI one or something. A lot of those powders have the that in there to make it green, and it's really actually super healthy. So,
Interesting.
but those are some of the dyes that they use, the organic products use to make them a little bit healthier. But yeah, um, they otherwise they cannot be considered organic if they don't use those dyes instead of the red 40s and the yellow and the blue one. But
Interesting.
it is interesting.
So, yeah. And then the other side of it is the petroleum based products they put in our food.
Mm,
That's the
yeah.
other side. It's not just so much the dye. I mean, the dyes are important, a very important part of it too. But now they're putting petroleum based things in our food. As um, Lisa made her notes here, and she put down that candies, cereals, sports drinks, snacks, foods. And there's probably a way longer
Oh,
list than
oh
that,
yeah.
which
That's
I'm
just
sure
like
there
a
is.
short, condensed list of
Right.
basics. But yeah, there's that. Yeah, not only the dyes, but yeah, the petroleum in there. Plus, I mean, there's a lot of fillers in food that, to make them, like I said, to produce production,
Hmm.
they're cutting corners and adding things that they're not supposed to. Like, um, I've noticed that I use this is kind of similar but kind of not, but cheeses, like shredded cheese, the bag shredded cheese that's
Right.
in every grocery store. It's
Hmm.
obviously easy to just, sprinkle that on to
Hmm.
whatever you're making, but those are covered in an extra chemical additive,
That's so they don't stick together.
and so it doesn't mold as
Right.
fast either, to keep it to have a longer shelf life.
Hmm.
But that one doesn't melt as nice because we're a big homemade pizza family, so we like to make homemade pizzas quite often. So once I realized that, like, I've used that shredded cheese forever, but when you melt it in the oven, you could still see the little lines. Like, it never melts together
Right. Right.
100% because it each one is wrapped in whatever, starches and different kinds of products to keep them for a longer
Interesting.
shelf life. So now, yes, it may be a pain in the butt, but I only buy block cheese. So I have to shred every time I am using cheese. I need shredded cheese, but it melts completely. Like,
Right. Right.
and it, I mean,
But
I don't necessarily notice like a taste difference, but it does, like, it's better for me, I know. So,
right. But here's the flip side of that. How much longer does it take you to grate some cheese? You're looking at what, 2 minutes flat to pull the package out, cut the package open, and grate it and close it back up. I'm like, it doesn't take that much longer.
well, yeah, and I have fancy shredding things now too. So I have a
Of course you do.
attachment. I
Of
have an
course you do.
attachment for my KitchenAid. Well, I've had this one for a while,
You
but
make me sick. You know that? You make me sick.
don't be jealous.
I am. I've been
Don't
looking
be
at
jealous.
those.
I'm
I
on
found a
KitchenAid,
I found
Costco.
one on well, yeah, they had them there, but I found one on Marketplace, and it's missing. The person said that it's missing the dough,
Oh, the dough
uh
hook.
yeah, dough hook. And I'm like, I don't see myself making pasta anyways, or dough.
Well,
But
for
yeah, I can
breads
order.
and cookies.
Yeah,
But you
but I
can
can always
order that one.
just that one thing. But they had it on
Hmm.
there for $125.
Oh, wow.
The kitchen aid. I can't remember if it was professional or so. It was like I forget. Anyways, I was like, well, that's not bad. So I sent the person a message, and she's like, it just sold it. I'm like,
It's
man.
sold. Yeah. Those are a hot commodity.
Yeah.
Those are
So they
great.
have a cheese grater for that
So they
thing.
have an attachment for that. I mean, they have attachment for anything on those things. But I also have a hand one. Like, you go to Olive
Right.
Garden and they do that little thing.
Hmm.
I have one of those too. So if I'm only needing, a smaller amount, I'm not going
Right.
to get the KitchenAid out and do all of that. I'll just use a little handheld one. And,
Interesting.
it works your muscles at the same time, because sometimes, cranking that thing,
All
I'm like, oh, I
right.
feel some muscles coming in.
Well, that's good.
But so, yeah, I mean, or yeah, just the other shredded one, the regular shredder, with the metal
Hmm.
on it, that works too. And yeah,
Right.
like I said, I mean, it doesn't take that long. It's a couple extra minutes to do that. If you're gonna
Right.
eat a little less chemicals, I mean,
Hmm.
I'll take the couple extra minutes to, you
Right.
know, to
And
do
it may be
that.
easier for you know the, the folks who don't work long hours,
Well, right.
to be able to do the grading and all that. They're like, well, I don't have that extra 2 minutes to do this or whatever. Every single night or three times a night, whatever it is, I'll just buy the bag stuff and it's done. And I get that, people.
No, yeah, and I totally did. I mean, yeah,
So
I've
my
done
question
that.
is, can you grade a whole block and then freeze it?
I would think so.
I would think so too, but I'm just curious. I know
Yeah,
I'm getting
I
off
don't
topic on
know.
that.
I have graded a whole block before, and I only needed part of it, so I just put it in the fridge because I
Right.
knew that later that week I would use the rest of it. So But yeah, I didn't freeze it, so you could try that.
Got it. So,
But
what
anyway,
vegetables or fruit should you definitely look into buying organic or non-organic?
well, let's go to the
Because
next little topic because it's
this,
called the Dirty Dozen
ah,
of uh
okay,
this is from, and this is like we said earlier, Auntie Sarah had told me about this Dirty Dozen. She's like, oh, the Dirty Dozen, the Dirty Dozen. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is the Dirty Dozen? That sounds disgusting.
right,
But these are the fruits and vegetables to buy organic, that you want to buy organic. So basically,
hmm,
anything that has thin skins that you're going to
makes
bite
sense,
into, bite into, you want to get organic, because the thinner the skin, the more the pesticides can penetrate into the fruit or vegetable. So, or anything like leafy, that is also going to, it's exposed more. So
right?
that is going to be, you want to try and get that organic as well. Or yeah, like grapes, you eat the whole thing. Any kind of berries, you pretty much eat the whole thing. So anything that you're basically putting in your body without peeling, you want to try to get it organic. So like just a list of these. This is the Dirty Dozen, the like the newest one for 2026 that I found. It says, so these tend to carry more pesticides. So you want to get these organic. Strawberries,
Hmm.
kales, collard greens, grapes, peaches,
Spanish,
cherries, huh?
some Spanish.
Spinach. Spinach. Did I say Spanish? No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
I was like, wait, I know I just drank coffee or not long ago, but I'm
I'm just
pretty
teasing
sure
you.
I. So yeah, peaches, cherries, nectarines, pears, apples, blackberries, blueberries, potatoes that has a thin skin. So I
Hmm.
mean, a lot of these are fruits, but otherwise the leafy greens you definitely want to
Right.
get. But yeah, and sometimes these grow closer to the soil, like potatoes, they're in the soil. So
Right.
if you're spraying these products, then it's going to go down into the soil. So then the whole potato is going to be
Hmm.
exposed to the
Hmm.
pesticides. And same, like, yeah, just any of those. And they are harder to wash. So, like, berries,
Oh,
especially,
right,
berries
right,
are, the skin is very thin. I
right.
mean, all of these are thin, but like the berries, like, you can't scrub them.
Yeah, like the
Potatoes, you can.
strawberries and yeah,
In like raspberries,
raspberries and stuff.
blackberries,
Right.
blueberries, you can't necessarily scrub them, but you can rinse them. But even rinsing them, sometimes like the raspberry little pieces start coming off.
Hmm.
So those you have to be a little more careful. So that's why those ones you want to get organic because it is a little bit harder to rinse them
Yeah, we've got
as well.
strawberry and blackberry bush here, and grow strawberries, and I mean we love them.
Hmm.
Even our puppy Marley, she'll run by the blackberry bush and just take her a whole clump of blackberries, and I'll yell at her, and she'll just take off running. And I'll turn my
Right.
back and start walking towards back the house, and she'll come back and grab another clump, and I'm like, "You better stay away from my blackberries, girl."
She's getting her fruit in.
Yeah, so it doesn't take that much space, not much room to have berries and kind of stuff in your
Yeah.
yard, So think about
Yeah.
that,
If
guys.
you're able to and stuff, yeah, we have strawberries too. And
Hers are beautiful. She grows some beautiful strawberries.
yes, I have a farm behind me, so I think I have some of his soil in our yard or something because they grow very nicely.
Yeah.
They so and here's a little quick thing about like organic versus non-organic too. You can tell. So when you get strawberries in the center if you cut it or even take a bite, the center is white a lot of times that you buy
Mm-hmm.
from the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, I grow them. Like I said, I don't spray them at all. I don't spray anything
Right.
on there. You take a bite, they are juicy, they are red to the core. There is
Really
no white in the middle or anything. It's the whole thing. You take a bite and like
interesting.
the juice is like dripping off your chin. Like Jackson loves to go and go as soon as he sees that they're ready. He would, even since he was like 1 years old, he would go and pick them and just eat them right off the bush. And the inside is all red, and then he has strawberry juice dripping from him because they're so juicy. Like
Wow.
it's wild, because then you could totally tell that the ones from the store, I did my own little experiment and I cut them in half, and you could tell that the whites in the inside, and they're not as
Interesting.
juicy. They're not tough, but they're, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
different for sure. So
I
that's
never
a
knew that.
little fun little thing you can try if you have
Hmm.
like more natural ones. Especially you grow them, so you can try them.
Yeah.
We also grow raspberries,
Yep.
and okay, raspberry bush is great, but it goes crazy.
Yes, they do. The blackberry, same
It's
thing.
it took like 2 years to really establish,
Mm-hmm.
but this past year we had so many berries, it was insane.
Okay.
But then those we would freeze them. So any the extra that I would pick, we
For your
just freeze
smoothies.
them for the smoothies, or even then I made some what do you call mojitos with them as well. So
Oh, wow. Look
with
at you. So I think
the
we got
worst.
ours a year after you had yours. And last year
Hmm.
we had quite a bit of blackberries on there. So by what you're saying, I probably should to
This
theoretically
year then.
had this year be like my awesome year. But they are wild. I mean, I got limbs going everywhere, and I finally
Hmm.
took them and started bending them back into the bush holder.
Yeah.
Just and yeah, that's the only way because otherwise those suckers are spread out 6, 8 feet wide.
Oh yeah, mine are. I have to cut them back because they go. I have it all fenced in, and it goes over. And
Right.
then even in the bed of it, I have blueberries that have never grown, but I have a bush there, and it all of a sudden there's sprouts over there of the
Mm-hmm.
raspberry bush. So, but yeah, those
That's a
are
good one to have.
delicious, and it was so easy to grow. Like I just planted it, and yes, like I said, it took 2 years to really start
Mm-hmm.
establishing any berries, but I don't do anything special to it. I just
This
water
is
it,
my
and
third.
that's literally it.
Yeah,
So
it's same
especially
here.
because
That's all I
raspberries
did.
are so expensive,
Yes.
the organic ones, and they're the tiny little carton. And
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, I between me and my son, we can eat one container in a sitting. So
Yeah.
if I can buy them, if I can grow them, I'm definitely
Right.
going to.
No, and they're good for you. They're good for like even taking off on a picnic or in a little basket to go to work, whatever the case is. They're
Right,
a good little snack. So even like when they're nice and chilly, but that's
right.
good to have.
So, but yeah, so any kind of berry, like I said, you want to buy organic because of the skins. It All the pesticides can get in them more. So, I mean, if you have a tight budget, and many of us do, which is fine. You want to prioritize berries and leafy greens first for organic fruits and vegetables.
Right.
So if want grapes or apples or whatever, and but you need or your family loves strawberries and any kind of berries, salads, so any leafy stuff, you want to try and get those organic.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones, you could buy regular, and yes, it's still going to have some pesticides in it, but the berries and the greens are ones that are more of a priority for organic fruits and vegetables.
Okay. Question for you.
Hmm.
So if you didn't have a huge backyard, right, or you don't
Hmm.
have a lot of space to grow a garden, right, to try to start growing your own stuff at home, what would you how would you go about doing that? Like, would you just like try to grow everything you use, or would you try to grow just like certain stuff?
Well, it has to do with your climate and your soil, like, and what you can grow. But I mean, I've grown broccoli, I've grown lettuce, yeah, I've grown cucumbers, zucchinis, all those things. So I just grow what I like to eat.
Okay.
But also I have to see what kind of products can I actually grow with my climate, because we have a
Yeah.
short window in
Oh,
Illinois
true
of,
that.
so, sometimes you can't even start planting until the end. Last year, I didn't even plant a lot of my vegetables until the end of May.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I mean, it depends on your climate and what you are going to have. I know some people can start their seeding like inside,
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
but
start
sometimes
mine
it
next
doesn't
month.
always transplant well. It depends.
That's very true.
So I mean, I could go on to a whole that's a whole nother topic about like gardening
Right.
and everything
Which
like
we will
that.
talk about. We will
But
talk about that.
so yeah, I mean, I that's why I did the berries because we love them so much
Right.
and they are pricey. So that's why those two are two main ones, and they come back every year. So like
Right.
I looked into things that either would be low maintenance and that can keep coming back. I don't have to keep redoing,
Right. No,
which
that makes
I don't.
sense.
I don't mind planting other things because then the other stuff, like I said, I've gone done broccoli, um,
Didn't you do
lettuce.
cabbage or something like that?
Lettuce I did, not
Oh, lettuce. Okay.
cabbage.
Okay. Yeah.
So then that gives me room to try different things and see what works and what doesn't work, because then
Right.
also you have to have, tomatoes might not grow with broccoli. Like sometimes they take each other's nutrients and all
Right.
that's a whole different thing.
That
So it
is.
depends.
That makes sense. Yeah. So, like, what I did is I grew stuff that we use like quite often. So
Right.
I like my peppers, my jalapenos, and my serranos and cucumbers, my berries, strawberries. See what else we did. We did onions one year. That was like not onions, but carrots. That didn't work out very well for us.
Yeah,
But
mine were
they
like the tiniest little
yeah,
things.
they were like baby carrots. So I don't know if I didn't grab the
Yeah.
right ones or whatever, but and we tried corn one time and that didn't work out very well. I don't know if we got Japanese corn or Chinese corn, like the little ones they put in
Those
your
little
dishes.
tiny ones.
Yes, what it looked like. Um, so I guess what I'm saying is stuff that you use all the time, grow
Hmm.
that. Grow that.
Yeah,
You
if
know,
it works in your climate, yeah, definitely try those things for sure.
yeah. You know what you're growing and what you're putting into it. So, it's a little bit better for you, or it's a lot better for you if you do it the right way. Now, keep in mind, wherever you grow your fruits or vegetables, make sure your dirt or your dirt and your surrounding, however you're holding that dirt in, the wood or the metals, are not going to contaminate your vegetables and put these products into your food. So, like
Yeah,
pressure treated wood, you don't want to use that because they use a chemical for the wood to treat it. So you don't want that
right,
for your flower or your garden for your vegetables and stuff. So keep that in mind. Um,
right.
yeah, I did the peppers. I did tomatoes, and I don't. I put them in the same bed with my strawberries, and they didn't do very well. So I don't know if they were sucking the nutrients too much or what was going on.
Yeah, tomatoes are powerful. They take a lot of things from others.
Yeah, they do. So
They're not
I'm gonna do
sharing.
them. I'm gonna do them a little bit different. And the reason why I did Roma tomatoes because I want to make salsa. So that was
Hmm.
I love my salsa with chips and stuff. So that's why I did it, and my son loves it too. So we're like always making salsa here at the house. But the peppers, the tomatoes, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna this year. I'm gonna try onions, like yellow onions.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try that just to see how it goes. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, why
That's how
not,
you
right?
learn, right?
Yep, totally.
Yeah. The only time you lose in life is when you stop trying to learn.
Oh, wise words from Oscar.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, kind of keep that in mind, guys, of what you're when you're thinking of like, hey, this sounds like a good idea. What should I plant? Well, plant first of all, plant the stuff you use all the time, and it's within your growing zone area.
Right.
So I actually made my own growing lamp. I used an old trash can, metal trash can lid,
Hmm.
and I drilled a hole in it, and then I put the light bulb socket, screwed it onto that, right?
Hmm.
And I can raise it or lower it depending on where my
The height of
plants are.
the plants are
Plant, you're right,
fancy.
and I got them here in the basement, so I can lower it and raise it. I haven't put it up yet this year, but that's how I do it. And you get the
Fancy.
yeah, it's just like you know what, like the most it cost me was the light bulb socket and the light bulb. It's like try to use what I have around, recycle what I
Well,
have when
yeah,
I'm not
totally.
using. And I really,
Yep.
and I think I found that trash can lid, that metal trash can lid. I think I found it on the side of the road, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, um, think about that. But you can start growing now, and you start growing now, and you put it out there later. And I say now, but depending on what area you're in, I know we
Yeah, I was
can,
gonna say, yeah, it
right?
depends on the
Um,
climate.
and then this way, you know what you're feeding your family or yourself. Try to
Yep.
think about it that way. I was not a big person that listened into this stuff many years ago.
Nope.
And
You told me, oh, yeah, that's fine. You don't need to buy that. Blah blah blah. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, I used to say
okay.
that. And I used to say stuff like that. And that's not a lie. And I was like, well, you got to die somehow. You're going to be the other one, right?
Yep. That would always be the thing. Oh well, we're all gonna die, so we might as well just eat whatever
And
we want. I'm like,
right.
okay,
Yeah.
that's what you. Yep. No
Well,
problem. Whatever.
even like drinking out of buying bottles of water, like all the plastic that's in those, so that's another
Yeah.
one. Since I've been
Yeah.
on
There's
my little weight thing and working out, I've don't drink any water out of bottles.
plastic bottles.
Yeah, if I do, I may take one with me, and it's in my truck. It's probably been in there, I don't know, a couple weeks, which is not good.
Yeah. Then don't drink it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
well, it's in a bed, so it's covered up. It's not like it's in the sun, but still,
Yeah.
I've been getting my water out of the faucet. It's not even filtered, and the reason is like I'm trying to get all my other nutrients, the irons, and all that good stuff. But anyways,
I
I'm
see.
not gonna get into that topic, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
get just do your best, do your research. This is a good time to set standards for your life on what you eat
Hmm.
and live a little bit longer by not putting some of this stuff in your food. And you probably, and I will say this, you probably will start noticing how your body reacts to some of this stuff pretty quickly because the healthier you eat, and I mean healthier as far as the what the products are made of, will
Hmm.
affect your body internals. Like if you're not putting eating stuff with a bunch of sugars and petroleums and stuff like that, you're gonna probably sleep a lot better.
Yeah.
Some
I mean,
people
there's
just
even
natural.
links for their dyes too. Like
Yeah,
if they cut some some moms that I've talked to said that they have eliminated red dye completely from their child and they've had less tantrums and fits and all that stuff.
right.
So, I mean, there is some research that says that it does. So, if you can improve people's moods and behaviors and overall health by eliminating some of these things, it's worth a shot.
Yes, yes, it is. Whatever you can do to help your family and yourself out, live longer and a little bit healthier, let's do it. I'm there with
Yep.
you. Some stuff and I'm gonna be honest, some stuff I will not buy organically because it's so freaking expensive and it doesn't
Right.
fit
And
our
that's
budget. So,
yeah, I totally agree. I understand that. And there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. We're just
right,
going to have to take the gamble on this one. but,
right, right. I think
but
anything you
it,
cut out of your diet wise, of what you choose, any amount, whatever, however you buy it, is better than not doing nothing about it. So,
yeah, eliminating some is better than none, correct, for
right,
sure.
exactly. With all that,
But
thank you.
thank you. Some information that, everybody needs to know. And,
Yes.
I hope everybody learned a little bit of something today.
Yes, for
It was,
sure.
yeah, rabbit hole topics, but hopefully everybody was able to bear with us for all of our
Yeah.
random things. But
And we
it's
haven't,
obviously something we are very passionate about. We have a lot of thoughts about, and like I said, there could be like probably many episodes of just all of this stuff. So,
yeah, I think
but with
with what we've covered already, there's so much more. I think it'd be wise, and I'm asking. I'm not telling. I'm asking. I think it would be wise for us to continue this because there is so much more information, and I didn't really think about it being that much. So I
oh
think it'd be
yeah,
wise for to
there's
continue to do another episode like this, a continuation. So,
yep, yeah,
hmm
no, we can do that. But our next episode we'll be doing together in person, so that will be fun.
oh yeah, I forgot. Doggone it! Holy moly!
Aren't you so excited?
Oh yeah, can't you see it? My face. Oh my
You're so
god.
rude.
I cannot wait. I can't wait to be able to just sit there and shoot the breeze with my sis. That's what's gonna be. It's gonna shoot the breeze. I don't think we're gonna have any certain topic we're gonna cover, but we're gonna have a good one. And then also we're also gonna do an episode with somebody getting waxed.
It was not an episode, just a video.
A video, right? Right. It's
Yeah,
gonna be somebody's gonna do it. Ha ha ha.
somebody.
With all that, thank you for listening, subscribing, sharing, and posting. And God bless every one of y'all.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Peace out. Deuces.
Deuces. All right, hood
Deuces.
rat.
Hood rat. This hair is looking pretty. Yikes.
Oh boy.
I already fixed it once during the episode,
I
and I
know.
was like, well, if I fix it again, I'm gonna see. I don't know.
Boy,
Whatever.
boy, look at you. You need to go
Whatevs.
see a salon.
Wow. I washed my hair and it
Oh,
dried crazy. Okay.
mm.
Thanks.
And I woke up yesterday morning and Kim looked at me. She goes, "Good God, look at your hair. What happened to you?" But I went, saw well, her saying that, and then I had the long hair around my neck. She's like, "You need to go get a haircut." So I went got me a haircut yesterday.
I can't tell, but
I know. I told the girl, I go, that's my girl that cuts my hair. She's a trip. Uh, her name was Lucy. I go, what's up, Ricardo?
what's wrong with you?
Oh, let me tell you this.
I'm
So
scared.
yesterday, I'm not gonna say who. Okay, I'm not gonna say the person or anything. I'm just gonna say what happened. So I went to go get my haircut, and I see this lady with leopard printed dress on, right?
Oh God, I'm scared to
Leopard
know what
printed.
else you're gonna say.
So and then she's wearing a hot pink top with leopard top. I'm like, she's got to be blind or something. Grab the wrong one off the coat hanger or the hanger. So, I mean, she's got to be. But I'm sitting there. You know what the first thing that came in my mind what she looked like?
What?
Like a fishing bobber.
What?
I was like, oh hell no. She looked like a fishing bobber with that hot pink, and then her head just like oh,
Oh my God.
oh man, that's wrong,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right though.
Just
It's
special.
okay. It's okay, Fred.
Thank you guys for always supporting our show. Please subscribe and review on Apple Podcasts. Follow and rate on Spotify or subscribe on YouTube. 2 Voices, 1 Life Podcast. That's the number 2 Voices, 1 Life Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram and TikTok. That's 2V1 Life Podcast. Also, our Facebook, Two Voices, One Life Podcast. We hope you guys have a great week and catch the new episode next Wednesday. Bye.